Hi guys, my name is Jennifer Rowe and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about astral projection. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're learning how to astral project or you want to learn how to astral project. And you need to believe that it is possible. And it took me a really long time, and because it took me so long to do it, there was a point there where I wasn't even sure if it was real. I kind of thought it was all BS. A friend of mine had told me about astral projection when I was a kid. She actually, Lily, you watch my videos. Lily, you told me about this when I was a kid. You told me your neighbors were from China and that they were avid astral projectors and that they used to visit their family from China. And I became really obsessed with this. I never told you this, but if you're watching this, now you know. The number one thing you're gonna need to do is believe. Believe in astral projection. If you don't believe in anything, nothing works. This goes with prayer, witchcraft, goals, anything. If you don't believe you can do it, then you can't. So number two, I'm going to recommend that you get right with your spirit guides, your guardian angels, because if you think, I hate to say this, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, there are a lot of spiritual teachers out there that talk about how great astral projection is, and it is an amazing, amazing, amazing experience, but they don't talk about the potential dangers of it. And if you think that you can just leave your 3D body and go out and just do all these things and that there might not be any consequences when you're just leaving your body open, then I feel like that's completely, that's just ignorance. Some people say that, you know, demonic or dark entities are only for people that are a match to them, and okay, unless you're, you know, rainbows and butterflies all the time, then you might be a match to it. I'm just saying you're gonna want some spiritual, you know, support. You're gonna trust in your guardian angels, that they are gonna look over you. I'm not saying that, you know, the astral plane is a dangerous place, but I would treat it as you would treat third dimension. You don't trust every average Joe, you know. You're cautious when you live your life. And the third thing is going to be repetition, consistency, and using your imagination and visualize a lot. I think that when you're falling asleep is the best time to do this. If you're a beginner, as you're falling asleep, you're going to want to imagine this being your 3D human suit, and then imagine your spirit or your soul that is in it. Imagine it in it and really focus and envision that. Envision the astral body and envision the meat suit. And when you really start focusing in on that, like focusing in on that with everything you have, when you're really tired, guys, like you're gonna want to exhaust yourself. No, I haven't heard anybody talk about this or give this technique, but for me, like, I can't stop astral projecting anymore. I don't even mean to. And sometimes I don't want to, but when I'm really, really effing tired, I can't not astral project. It just, boop, if you really want to do this, like, deprive yourself from sleep. Pull an all-nighter for like 2 days. Like, get 2 hours of sleep one day and get like 4 hours of sleep the next day, and that weird state that you get into when you're so freaking exhausted, it's gonna be easier for you to be able to astral project. I don't know what the reason is, but I'm gonna give you my theory. I don't know about you, but if you've ever been so tired to the point where you can't even stay up, it's gonna be easier for you to just float out of your body. You're gonna feel like I don't even know. This is the second video I do this. But yeah, so that is my number one tip. Be really, really, really exhausted when you first start. And this might take you a little while. It's like anything else. It's difficult in the beginning, but once you get it down, it's so easy that you're gonna have a hard time telling people how it is to do it, because that's where I am right now. I'm trying to explain to you guys how to do it, and it's kind of like, I've been driving now since I was 18 years old, and I'm sure that if I were to teach, you know, somebody how to drive a car, I'd probably be getting frustrated with them, or I would just, you know, it's second nature, if you hear what I'm saying. So consistency, belief, and just really focus on doing it. Envision Vision it. There's a lot of really cool things that you can do when you're astral projecting. You can stay in the 3D. You can stay on planet Earth. You know what? Just say, there's probably a really good chance that this is not the first video that you've seen on astral projection, but if by any reason like you're doubting what it is that I'm saying, there are thousands of other people with the same exact experiences. So if you want to do, like, if you need that for like a reconfirmation, there's scientific studies on astral projection. So yeah, anyways, so you can stay in 3D. You can stay in your house. You can go to different countries. You can spy on people. Yeah, so but anyways, you can spy on people. You can dream walk. You can walk into other people's dreams. You can go to your past life. You can talk to your spirit guides. You can talk to your subconscious. It's pretty great, to be honest. It's really, really great. And the only downside to astral projection is that you don't want it to become like an escape. You know, it can be a break. It can be like a little escape, but you don't want to be doing this stuff all the time. It will take a toll on your psyche. You're gonna kind of lose touch with reality, and I know what I'm talking about. Even you kind of want to still stay grounded. Also, you could be a vibrational match to, you know, not good things, and that's why I was really talking about, you know, taking your angels with you or having them guard over your body and making sure that you're safe. If there's any spiritual teacher watching my stuff, I don't see how anybody is so confident as to tell somebody that astral projection is safe. I'm not saying it's dangerous, but I don't have the confidence to tell you that it's safe. You can do it though, so you can leave your body and roam around and do whatever you want, and there won't be any 3D consequences. You know, you don't just have to do it when you are asleep. Some people can do it from a meditative state, so when they're actually awake, they can astral project. And then I guess that would be the same technique as when you're falling asleep. I actually astral project while I'm awake. I don't do it on purpose. This is just something that happened to me after I had my daughter. So for me, what it feels like I said, I don't do it on purpose anymore. I just float out of my body. And the best way I can describe it is it feels like I'm watching a movie. Okay, so, because it doesn't feel like you're watching life through your, how to put this into words? I'm not watching life through my own two eyes anymore. It feels like I am watching it through my own eyes, but I can feel that my astral body is about 2 feet away from my physical body, and it feels like I'm watching myself. It feels like I'm watching myself, and then like, it's very difficult to describe. You'll have to experience it. And I still have, you know, like I can still speak. It's not like when you're asleep, because your body's asleep and you're out roaming around. Obviously, you're not gonna have control over your body because it's in, you know, it's in the sleep paralysis like state, right? Is that what it's called? There's okay. So when you're asleep, you can't move your body because it's a way of the body protecting itself. So when you're out doing that, your body, like, you can't control it. But when I slip out, I will tell people I'm out of my body. Like I can. It's kind of like driving the car. This is hard. This is harder than I thought to put into words. It's kind of, I keep talking about like driving the car, but that's exactly what it's like. It's like where brain thinks move arm, and it's like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking about like, you know, getting like talking and like all that stuff. Wow, I sound like a yeah. So I actually do not enjoy astral projecting while I am awake. It feels like barely holding on. Some of us need to expand our consciousness. So when you astral project, there's like no way in hell that it's not gonna happen. So yeah, guys, I don't know what else to talk about astral projection. It can be amazing. It can be horrifying. I've had both experiences. I'm not comfortable talking about the not so good parts of my experiences because they're very personal and they really shook up my life. But guys, if you're trying to learn how to do it, it's definitely possible. If you know how to lucid dream, I'm gonna make a video on how to lucid dream. Then from your lucid dream, you can access the astral plane. Like, I don't want to say there's like a portal. I don't know exactly what it is to call it. For me, it'll be like I'm in a lucid dream, and then I'm like, for me, it happens a lot like this. I'll be in my lucid dream, and I'm walking in my lucid dream, and then the floor will fall, and as I'm falling, you know, in my dream, I can feel myself enter astral. But that's really what it is, because you'll know the difference between like a lucid dream. Like some people are like, oh, that was just a dream. Like, no, when you have an astral projection, like when you experience astral, you're like, there is a huge difference. Like there is no, this was not a dream. All right, so yeah. Also, you can ask your spirit guides to just like pull you out. Like I actually used to ask for help from my spirit guides in the very beginning to astral project, and they wouldn't do it. And then it was just one day that I was having a really, really bad day. Don't want to get into any backstory. Really effing crazy part of my life. And I took a day nap because I needed to work that night. I was already exhausted, like I mentioned before, because I work nights and I have a son. At the time, he was just a little toddler. I was, you know, I was sleep deprived, I was depressed, I was not in a good place mentally, and I could feel, like, as I was falling asleep, I felt them. It wasn't even a float out of the body, it was I got pulled out of the body, and telepathically, I did not hear it, I did not hear like it wasn't like it was not a clairvoyant, it wasn't like an audio experience, it was a telepathic, like, message that I got from them. They're like, she needs a break. And I think I've been asking them to be, you know, out of my body for so long that they were probably like, if we were gonna do her the favor, this would probably be the time. So I got pulled out of my body. And I want to describe to you guys what my first astral experience was like and what it felt like. So I'm telling you guys, this is what it was like. I got pulled out of my body, and in my physical body, I'm a belly sleeper. So when I fell asleep, I fell asleep facing down, and I could feel the moment from, I actually remember being awake to being asleep, and my astral body still being in my human body, but my astral body was facing up. Okay, so my physical body was laying down, and my astral body was facing up, like upwards, and I got slipped out of my body. So now my astral body is hovering my physical body for about like maybe like a foot. It was literally like, it was like this, and then I could feel that I was not in my body, and I was like the feeling was like, oh my God, like it felt like I didn't want to get too excited. I didn't want to wake up. Like I kind of just laid there, and then I could feel that somehow either my spirit guides turned my astral body, because I don't know how to even use my astral body. I still kind of don't. They grabbed my body. They grabbed my astral body that was facing upwards towards the ceiling, and they flipped it facing down in the same direction as my physical body. And I was still hovering over. Okay, so this is my astral body. This is so funny to describe. So this is my astral body right here, and this is my physical body. So when it came up from the physical body, it was facing up, and then I felt the weight of them turning me, and then I dropped. Okay, so I dropped past my real body, past my bed, past the floor, past the floor, and I just kept dropping. Like I dropped, and everything around me, I don't know if my eyes were closed, but it felt like my eyes were closed. So everything, close your eyes, and that's what I saw. And I could just feel the wind of, I don't even know, I just felt like lots of wind, and I could feel all my earthly BS problems like not there, you know, like the stuff that weighs us down, the stuff that was stressing me out, like the situation that I was in, the experiences that I had gone through, like they were just like, it just felt like they were lifted off my shoulders. And I remember thinking, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Like it was like, you know when you have anxiety and you're stressed out, that it feels like your chest is tight? Like it felt like I could finally breathe again. And that lasted for about 20 seconds. Boom, back in my body. But I woke up so happy. I remember like jumping out of my bed and telling my mom, I was out of my body. And she knew I was going through a really hard time. She was like, you know, those are the angels, that's God, you know, just like watching your back. And yeah, so that was the best astral experience I had. And then shit got weird, and then a couple years later, but that's my video on astral projection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, you can do it. Like I said, I recommend it. I do. I'm telling you guys to be safe. And I'm going to be making more videos on, I guess, metaphysical things. So if you like this type of stuff, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification button. Leave me a little like. Thank you.